Hi guys, today we are going to talk about using colored pencils. During the first weeks of school, we did our draw around the room and you got some experience, but these next few videos are going to give you a more in-depth look at this tool. First off, you want to look at our drawing studio and the plan and prep poster. First, you need your idea. What do artists draw? What they see, what they remember, what they imagine, what they feel. What makes them curious, or just marks with the drawing tool. Then you need to decide what kind of surface you're going to use. You can use paper and go through the process of sketching it out, either in a sketchbook, scrap paper, or newsprint, and then using drawing paper for your final. You could be adventurous and use cardboard, or something other like wood, fabric, or plastic, although colored pencil may not show up well on the fabric or plastic. Then we get to medium, which, as we've discussed, we're going to be using colored pencils. As you see on our sheet, colored pencils fall under pencils, so you will also need a sharpener, an eraser, and a blending tool. To start exploring with colored pencils, you are first going to grab the colored pencil technique sheet that goes along with these videos. As always, start off by writing your name and class code. This time it's in the top right corner. I'm going to be using pen so you can see it easier, but you guys will use pencil. Okay, we are on video 1. This is a watch and do, so as you hear the answers or as you see me doing, please participate. First off, what are colored pencils made of? Traditionally, colored pencils are made of wax. They are encased in wood, just like this one. See how you can see the wood around the color? And then, instead of lead, this is wax. Something that Crayola does different is they actually use lead, and that's the type we're using, so ours are actually made out of lead. Which means, for the question, you could put wax, you could put lead, either one will work. Now, where do you find these in the art studio? Colored pencils are going to be in the drawing studio, in the cabinet. They are separated by warm, cool, and neutral colors. Okay, now let's get on with coloring with colored pencils. This is going to be very similar to any coloring with pencil, crayon, etc., although you do need to keep in mind that colored pencil lead is fragile, so it does wear down quicker and it can break quicker if you're applying too much pressure. We're going to try applying 3 different types of pressure here. In the circle, we're going to go lightly, barely pressing down. I am using what is called scumbling, and we're going to discover that more in video 2, but I'm drawing in a circular motion to fill that in, making sure I've got all my space there. Then we're going to use medium. This time I'm going to use a back and forth stroke. The back and forth stroke really helps me stay in the lines because I can outline this triangle before continuing to color it in. Okay, and inside the square we're going to use heavy pressure. Like I said before though, be careful. Colored pencils are fragile, they can break easily, and they will wear down. Now, if you're using enough pressure when you're applying colored pencils heavily, you're going to get a little bit of a shine. And that's okay, because that's what we want to see. That means you've applied enough pressure. Alright, on that one I applied a little bit of the back and forth and the scumbling because I needed to fill in the space and I wanted to make sure I had enough pressure. If you don't feel like you've gone hard enough, you can always go in an opposite direction, and that'll help fill the paper up a little bit more. Alright, now I've used this enough that it's getting pretty low. I'm going to grab my pencil sharpener. And sharpening colored pencils is a little different. Traditionally, you just stick the pencil in and you twist. This time you're going to actually twist the pencil one direction and the sharpener the other. The reason for this is that fragility of the lead. It helps get a nice point while still sharpening and not breaking the lead. So I've got a little bit of a point going on there. So as the last step of this video, we're going to answer that. How do you sharpen colored pencils? Turning the pencil and sharpener. Alright, now you're ready to plan your project. What you're going to do next, set this to the side. You're going to grab one of our plan sheets. We've talked about this in detail before. Alright, once your plan sheet's filled out and you have my initials, we're going to go back to the colored pencil worksheet for video 2. You'll notice down the side of this worksheet are your steps. We have completed step 1, watching a video, and filling out our plan sheet. Now, before starting the project, we need to learn some colored pencil techniques. So I'll see you in video 2.